Who is this?
Anybody ever tell you you look just like Drexel Hemsley?
Are you guys related or something?
No, not related.
Ryan, you're about as close to the real thing as I've ever seen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I take the goal!
I think this boy's a star.
This movie is so on the down low that when I went to see this, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even know the screening was happening until you told me a day or two before.
Mm-hmm.
And I always do this thing where I say, you know what? If it's that close, I don't want to know about the movie. Sometimes it works against you because you'll see a shitty film and you're like, well, if I had really known, I probably wouldn't have been there. And if I had read about this, that's what I said. That's what I would have said. I said, I'm not going to see this shit because I can already tell from reading this.
I would say that because, you know, when they invite us to screenings, they have some press notes, you know, synopsis of the film, who's in it. And whoever wrote that for this film, they deserve a raise. Because they touted the fact that it starred Ray Liotta and Ashley Judd and Seth Green. And, you know, there was a musical film. Never mentioned some key words that go in this movie.
Exactly. Key words like faith.
Faith-based.
And based.
Yeah.
God. Chris and Stan. So.
And about the life of an Elvis impersonator, or rather starring an Elvis impersonator.
Like I said, if I had read all this, nothing even against Christians. It's just if I had read all this, I know this is some bullshit that nobody's gonna go see. Why even waste the time?
Why get up early in the morning?
Why get up early in the morning like I did to go do this? But then you see some shit that is so bad, you just say to yourself, I am glad I'm here to behold this goddamn nonsense. And what is this nonsense that we're talking about? It's a movie called The Identical. Now, as Martin said, he's right. There's a cast of people in here. You thinking faith-based movie? You thinking like, man, okay, you know, they got some people who are washed up who you know ain't doing nothing.
You get your Kevin Sorbos in there.
Kevin Sorbos in there. Are your actors who become Jesus freaks now? Like what's his name from
Kirk Cameron?
Kirk Cameron.
Yeah.
No. God handing out them dollars now, so they got everybody fooled. In this film,
yeah, when you got Mr. Goodfellas in there,
yeah,
you ain't thinking nothing like this.
No. You have a lot of people in this movie that you wouldn't think would be in a film like this. Now, this is a world where you have a guy who is like Elvis but not Elvis. I mean, lived the same life. This guy was born in the South. Sometime during the Depression, had an identical twin. Elvis had an identical twin, but This is where it splits off.
Yeah.
Elvis, his twin was stillborn.
Right. It plays off that conspiracy of like, what if Elvis's twin wasn't stillborn? What if instead the family was too poor to raise two kids, so they just gave one of them to the local preacher and his wife?
You know, take this little son of a bitch. I can't afford to keep him. Hey, we got two of them that look alike. But then that kid grows up to be just like his brother, except one of them is famous and one of them is just struggling to.
Yeah, he's talented, but his dad wants him to go into the family business of being a preacher.
Yeah.
Wants him to find the calling.
Yeah, you got the call. You're going to be just like Pops. Until the son said, you know what, that's cool. I could either go be a preacher and be kind of stuck up and have people judge me all day long, or I can sing just like this Elvis looking dude and
hang out with the cool black people and maybe get some ass.
Yeah, and fuck all day and, you know, live the life. But, you know, now, which call you think I'm going to answer?
I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm just not hearing the call like you want me to. Yeah.
Now, this movie, the behind the scenes of this movie, the story behind it is crazy. The guy in the film is he plays this guy named Ryan Wade. Ryan Wade, his brother is Drexel the Dream. Now, the reason why they chose this guy to play both these roles right here is because Blake Rain was actually an Elvis impersonator in real life.
Yeah, he used to go by the name Ryan Pelton back in the day.
Yeah, but
and look at him. I mean, like, if you wanted to do an Elvis movie, you couldn't find anybody physically who looks more like him.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he got that down.
Yeah, this guy right here, he used to get told all the time when he was a kid that you look just like Elvis. And then one day he was in Nashville doing some. He finally followed that advice and became an impersonator. And he started making a lot of money. Started making his own songs. Couldn't even sing the Elvis songs, but he looked so much like Elvis that people would just pay to see him anyway. Martin.
So was he not singing himself? That was somebody dubbing it for him?
No, in the movie it was. It was. I'm just saying he didn't. As far as Elvis song goes, he didn't know the words and anything like that.
Okay,
yeah. But in Nashville, they saw him cutting some music, and they said, "You know what? We're working on this movie where we need an Elvis guy, and you know what? You're hired.
Yeah.
We don't get no more Elvis than you right here."
Well, that was the thing. Well, because from what I read, he'd been doing the Elvis thing, and then he decided he wanted to make his own music. And then, yeah, they hear about him. He looks just like Elvis, and they tell him the story that they want to roll out, and he goes like, "Well, man, that's my life," because this is about a guy who becomes famous singer and then a famous Elvis impersonator, or what's the Drexel impersonator, and goes like, "Man, I want to do my own songs." Your own songs? No.
Yeah. No, you better get out there and sing them Elvis songs like you were hired to do. Cut this bullshit out. Nobody's listening to you. Nobody's coming to see you. They want to see Elvis. And that's what this movie's kind of like. This guy has to deal with this whole thing of becoming. That's why it's called The Identical, because he is not Drexel the Dream, but he's a good knockoff of it and close enough to where he's just identically like him. People come out and say, sometimes they think it is the guy. Now, with the movie, you're probably saying, okay, that
doesn't sound so bad.
That doesn't sound so bad after all. This is okay. Well, the director actually is it's a family project. It's a family project. The director, a guy named Dustin Marichinello or something. Anyway, his father and his grandfather are songwriters. And they decided, okay, you know what? This is a way to get our original songs out there.
That's what I thought.
And put it under the title Christian-based or faith-based. And then just bring in all these people, because that grassroots Christian fundamentalist market, that's all the marketing we need for it, just to put that title on there. And even Christians, when they come see this, they're going to say, God damn, this is a piece of shit. People, this is so bad. This guy right here, who's the Elvis impersonator, the only time that he's good is when he's doing Elvis.
Yeah.
That time's in the movie where he's talking to women and he's like, "Hey girls, how you doing?" And it's like, okay, he's got that down.
Yeah.
And
when they dress him up in clothes that Elvis used to wear, like his surf stuff, from a distance, you'd be like, "Whoa, he's back. How'd they do that?"
How'd they do that shit? But when you ask him to really act, he's looking blank like that right there. He's just looking at you like, what the fuck you want me to do? That guy, they have to actually put peanut butter in this man's mouth to make him fucking talk.
I know. All right, man, don't stick me in that wet paper bag. I won't be able to act my way out.
Yeah, when he has to do some real drama, like Ray Liotta is doing his best to act against this guy.
and Ray Liotta is the executive producer on this movie.
Yeah, and Ray Liotta is doing his best. He's like, "Son, I just want you to follow in my footsteps and be happy." And they cut to dumbass right, and he's like, "Dad, I don't want to do that." I was like,
"All right, Dad, I'll forgive you." Your dad's crying, man. Hug him or something.
I don't know, Daddy. I want to follow my own dream. It's like, the fuck? The act, motherfucker. If he ain't doing Elvis, he can't act. It's funny because they get all these people to be in this movie, and that's because they think. And you're wondering, how are they getting people like Ray Liotta? How are they getting Ashley Judd? How are they even getting Seth Green to be in this film?
Yeah, Seth Green, Mr. Robot Chicken himself.
Seth Green makes fun.
I know
of religion.
Yes.
Everybody wants that God money right now. Christian-based films and faith-based films, they hit a niche, and they start to become profitable. So now,
much like your televangelists, they are preying on the flock.
And these actors don't give a fuck. It's work. A check is a check.
Yeah, it's true.
And so they got all these people in this movie like Ashley Judd and Ray Liotta. I'm sure Ray Liotta is executive producer on here because he thought, it's not exactly like I believe this shit.
Right.
But that's more money if I do that. I get a bigger cut. And the bad thing about this is that it's a cheap film. It looks like a TV movie.
It does.
The people who aren't real actors in the movie, they're bad actors. The extras are even shitty in this film. But yet, somehow, I'm sure that the name actors are getting a bigger cut of all this. And so they come in, they thinking like, and the other thing is they're thinking, you know, these movies are made so cheap, but when they go in, when they actually get released, they're so front loaded with this Christian based market that there's going to be so much money coming in. I'm going to get a percentage of this.
Right.
It ain't happening. Nobody's going to see this shit.
And the thing is, for this to be a faith-based movie, if you don't know that going in, you just kind of go like, huh, that was weird places where they stuck religion in, but they don't really follow through on it. The father is a preacher, is a Southern preacher, but so what? That's not really make it a faith-based movie just because you have a preacher character in your movie.
And you know, the thing about this movie with its message is that now you got the actors that are doing it for the money. I wonder if Seth Green got guilted into doing this because
it's pro-Israel.
It's pro-Israel.
They crowbar it in. I mean, like it comes out of nowhere, and when it leaves, you kind of going like, well, what was that all about?
The people who made the movie, they tell you that the company that made it is called City of Peace, and they tell you in interviews and articles, they say, you know what, we are a faith-based company. Go Jews, you know, and they say we're rooting for that. And the reason why that happens is because, and I think this is the way it goes. The rapture can't happen unless the promised land is completely taken over by Jews.
Oh,
that's why you have a lot of these. You know, have you ever wondered why when you see a Southern fundamentalist Christian person like this who always would normally hate a Jew, why they always rooting for Israel though? They don't like Jews in America, but they need those Jews over there in the promised land in Israel to take it over before God ain't coming down until they take it over.
Oh, I just figured it was one of these things where like, look, you don't like me and I don't like you, but we hate the Muslims, both of us. Yeah. So we need to team up. Let's truce for now.
The friend of my friend is the enemy. Fuck it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pick up the fucking gun and go kill a terrorist. God damn it. But this shit right here, is baffling what they did. They crowbar that shit in. There's a scene in the movie where it's 1967. Hey, think we're going to talk about JFK?
Nah.
Getting shit? You think, hey, we got Martin Luther King. Maybe we can talk about him.
Nah.
Oh, wait a minute. Vietnam's on every television. No, they decide to just turn the channel to the 24-hour, 6-day, what's that shit, the 6-day war?
Yeah.
The 6-day war, 24-hour day channel.
Yeah.
They're watching that. And then Ray Liotta, I know he don't believe this shit, but he has to play a preacher that is saying all this shit like, why are we fighting for Israel? Because God told us to.
Uh-huh.
What does that have to do with the Christian church in the state of Tennessee?
He like Robin Williams.
Everything.
I don't know.
It has to do with everything.
But why?
We are commanded by the word of God to give him no rest from our prayers. For who?
Okay. I want to tell y'all something. I stopped it right there because the guy that plays the impersonator in this movie, what's his name?
Blake Ryan.
Blake Rain. They have him going from being a kid. Now the guy who plays him at 9 years old, that's a kid. They jump from this 10-year-old kid to this guy being a teenager as a 40-year-old man. Looking like that shit. He's supposed to be like 16 or something right there. 40-year-old man. Look at that shit.
No. He's older there.
But he looked like that
But he did
at
look
16.
Like, yeah, he did. Because I had to lean over to Corey. There's a point where his dad, Ray Liotta, is yelling at him, boy, you out drinking, doing underage drinking? And you look at him and it's like, wait, it's a 50-year-old man yelling at his 40-year-old son.
At his 40-year-old son. And the son's sitting up there trying his best to act like a kid. Daddy, I'm sorry, Daddy. Look at this. I'm sorry, Daddy. Big old Harmon Monster looking motherfucker. Brendan Fraser used to play shit like this for a goof.
Right.
He looks like a goof-ass Brendan Fraser, doesn't he? Yeah. Brendan Fraser even looking at this like, God damn, did I look like that back in the day? But fuck Elvis. He can impersonate me.
Yeah. One of the things about it is like, had they said like, hey, we're going to make this like a straight Elvis biopic, I was willing to forgive it for that just because, hey, you're trying to do a true story. You got to get a guy who looks like him. But it's not. They're making it up. They got their own fictional character. And even though they're going through these time periods, it's like it must be an alternate universe. It truly is, because the music they play during the 60s, that's music from the 80s. And the songs, they don't do Elvis songs.
God.
He don't want to hear you
I
talk.
know, he really don't.
Listen to me, Martin. Israel. God damn it. but
The music and the clothes are all 20 years out of place most of the time. And the songs, I guess that father and grandfather or whatever they wrote, they are shit.
the songs in this movie are bullshit. And the thing is, they showed this guy on TV singing one song that's clearly out of the 80s, but they got that shit in black and white. He's on the Ed Sullivan show and shit, you know. Singing about Atari and shit, you know, but it's like, hey man, you know, it's even if they are out of place, the songs in this movie are fucking horrible.
They are.
And I know that this is a vehicle for these guys.
Yeah.
I even read a review where they said, hey guys, you know what? Next time you want to write songs, just stay at home and sing them to yourself.
Thank you.
Because nobody wants to hear that shit. Everything about this movie is so bad, it's fucking laughable.
It really, I mean, honestly, even from the opening scene in black and white with the real parents, I was like, damn, this looks like it's shot on video and it looks cheap, but maybe the movie will get better. No.
And even in the beginning of the movie, they got actors that you've seen before to come
yeah.
in and do it. Everybody trying to get that God money.
Yeah.
And like I said, the guy who directed this, you can tell he's a first-time director because he can't work with actors. He can't even work with extras. You remember that part where this Elvis dude was in the army, and he was in a motor pool singing to these guys?
Yeah.
Every one of these extras, they listening to him, they're supposed to be dancing. Yeah, this is good music, but all of them dancing to a different song. They got one guy just up here just doing like a little kid like this.
I know. Doing the Charlie Brown.
Yeah, look like that shit at Charlie Brown Christmas. You got one guy doing this shit, and, you know, another one doing this shit. Snoopy in the background. You know, this is so bad. This is some Tommy Wiseau shit going on right here.
I kept thinking that too while I was watching it. Yes.
The Room. It's a shame because the guy who actually plays the Elvis guy in the movie, this Blake Rain guy, he's a charming guy. You can tell he's trying his best. But he just can't fucking act. It's just that you feel bad for him because you know he's a charming guy. You know that if he was around you and me, Martin, he'd be singing them songs, you know, love me tender, and we'd be taking our panties off. And
yeah,
shit.
he'd have that guitar with his army uniform on playing, and we'd be the ones going.
Yeah, we'd back there, yeah, man, yeah, look at them guys in the motor pool, yeah, man. But, you know, the moment you put that guitar down, hey, everybody have guitar. No, play some more, man. Put that guitar back in your fucking hand.
Just sing all your dialogue.
Yeah, just saying shit. Because you're a boring motherfucker. You sweet. You a good guy. You can tell the guy has charisma. He just don't know how to use it.
Not on screen. Anyway.
Not on screen. And now he ain't got doing an impersonation. Got a guitar in his hand. And Ray Liotta, man. Poor Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta, there's actually two good things about this movie, man. It's Ray Liotta and Joe Pantoliano. Pantoliano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joey Pants.
Yeah. That you've seen this guy before.
Yeah, The Matrix. Come on.
This guy is actually in the movie. He's actually him and Ray Liotta are the people with the most charm.
Right.
They're the people who look like professional actors. And there he is right there. He gives Blake Rain and there's a 6-Day War scene right there I was talking about where they just watching that shit for that shit just came out of nowhere.
Right.
Out of nowhere. It's Joe Pantoliano watching TV and we just watching it with them. But those are the real actors in the movie. Those are the guys who know how to actually emote well enough. They do it so well that even when Ray Liotta's around that big dumb motherfucker, you still feel bad for him. One, because he actually is acting and he feels real and he's portraying a character who's sympathetic. Two, you just feel sorry for him because he's looking at him like, give me something, man. You know, in those scenes where Ray Liotta's like, you're breaking my heart. So it's like, he's real.
Yeah.
You killing me here.
I know. We stayed up all night trying to coach you on how to act. You're breaking my heart.
Yeah.
You're killing me.
You know. You dirty. You see that part right there? You know that they spent so much time trying to coach this dude, and they wouldn't find a guy that looked more like Elvis than this guy.
Yeah.
And it just got to a point where they just said, "How much time do we have before we have to shoot?"
Right?
I can do nothing with this motherfucker.
I've done all I can do. So is he ready? Not even close.
you know, they just people just walked out the room. Fuck it, I can't do anything with this. What?
Just let him say.
What's wrong? What I do now?
What I do, Daddy?
Fuck, man, just fucking dub the voiceover or something. I don't know. Animate this shit. Put some CG on this bitch. And poor Ashley Judd, she ain't got nothing to do in this movie. She ain't got a goddamn thing to do in this movie except sit there. Most of the time in this film, Ashley Judd is an excellent actress. I've seen her before, and I look forward to seeing movies with Ashley Judd because she's beautiful and she knows what the fuck she's doing. But they reduced her to this movie to do nothing but sit there and just nod at Ray Liotta. I know I just had a part right here where she's sitting up there just there it is. She just sits up there. That's all she does the whole movie. Yeah, praise the Lord.
It's one of those movies where a married couple, where the husband, he gets gray hair, loses his hair, ages, makeup and everything. The wife, no, she's still 25 years old.
Look at this. They don't even try.
They don't even try.
They don't know how to work fucking time in this movie at all. Everybody's aging at a different time. Everybody's caught up in a fucking different vortex. You got this motherfucker looking like he's about to die, looking like goddamn Colonel Sanders right there. Shit. And then you got this shit right here.
Yeah.
This motherfucker looking like Davy Jones of the Monkees. And she just looking through like the same thing through the fucking film.
Yeah.
She ain't changed a bit. In fact, there's a part where...
Like 20 years have passed or so, I don't know, however much time, they still look exactly the same.
He look older than his mama right there. Look at him. Anybody say action yet? You stupid motherfucker. Cut! What'd I do this time? In fact, that's Ashley Judd like, God damn, can you get this right? This is the 30th fucking take we've done today. Jesus Christ. She's praying for real. Please, God, if there is a God, let this motherfucker just get this one line right. But his only line is amen. Hey, line.
Cut!
Fuck! Shit!
Oh, my God.
Fuck you!
Oh, my God.
Y'all do all right, Daddy? But, you know...
But, man, like you said, I'm so glad we saw this movie.
As much shit as we're talking right now, I turned to Martin and I said, I am so happy to be here right now. And it's rare. And we get that one time every year where we hit that sweet movie where it's that sweet spot where it's some bullshit. It's a horrible fucking film. But you will sit up there laughing your ass off. You can't believe it how they're fucking up in the movie.
That's what I said. Like we was done. I was like, I got to find out how this movie was put together.
This shit right here, I'm telling you people, it is brilliant in how shitty this is. The makeup is bad. The music is terrible. The fucking, the actors. Unless you have Ray Liotta and Joe Puggly Wiggly, whatever name, that no one can act in this movie.
And the corny plot points.
Oh my God! And they can't even get you look at this shit. They can't even write this shit right. They fucked up from the script. This guy is an alternate universe Elvis. Elvis doesn't exist in this universe because this guy lives the parallel life of Elvis. But somehow they managed to say that, hey, you know what? You're no Elvis. It's like, yeah, I am.
Yeah. There's only one Beatles and only one Elvis and only one Drexel. It's like, wait,
Drexel is fucking Elvis. In fact, if Elvis is in this world, he better not ever touch Drexel because they'll cancel each other out.
Yeah, wouldn't Elvis just sue both of them?
Elvis would sue these motherfuckers. You can't. You mean to tell me Elvis don't see that shit right there? It says, wait a minute. What the fuck? For real? From the script. This shit was fucked up. People, let me tell you something. This is bullshit. It's straight up bullshit.
It's straight up bullshit.
But,
however, I still recommend seeing it.
But under certain conditions, get yourself a fucking 6-pack or a bottle of hooch or something. Get your friends and all y'all go see this together. Sneak in if you have to. If you really don't want to pay it, do something. It's worth the risk. If you ask me, I'm giving this shit a full price. I love this shit, man. It's one of my favorite movies this year.
I would say it's one of my favorite movies, so it was one of my favorite theater going experiences.
Hey, without the movie, you wouldn't have been at the theater. I love this fucking movie, man. I tell you what, the great thing about this is that a lot of you are not going to see it. You're not going to even bother. You're going to even see this show on Netflix and be like, fuck this.
Right?
I feel like it's our duty to do this for people. What I'm going to do is, if we are around long enough to have an anniversary party for this site,
You're going to host a screening?
I can't announce it. I can't say what we're doing, but I'm going to say I'm having a secret screening. I'm just going to tell you right now. You heard it here. I'm having a secret screening of this, and we're going to get fucked. It's going to be the last thing. It's probably be at a convenient time where I can get drunk and fucked up, and you and I going to sit up there, and we're going to have the black experience. We're going to talk that whole fucking movie. We ain't even going to write shit. We ain't going to rehearse shit because the movie fucking does it itself.
It does.
And y'all going to be just like this when you see it. Yeah, I love this.
I mean, by the time I leaned over to say something to you when we were in the movie, I had already had about 12 different things I wanted to, but I was trying to hold back.
Well, the thing is that there were only 4 people in the theater, and one of them was the rep.
Right.
It was the rep and 3 goddamn fools who got tricked into seeing this shit in the morning. And people, this will be one of the best gifts we could give to you, to host this shit. I don't know. I know you'll give us some bullshit, but
Yeah, of course. But still see it.
yeah. But still, yeah, go see this shit. You're like, damn, are you stupid too? Yeah, of course I'm gonna give us some bullshit. What are you, an idiot? I'm like that guy. So what you
gonna hear my movement, man? Yeah, this guy's a lot more like Johnny Bravo than Elvis.
And look at Seth Green. He knows better than to be in this shit.
Know.
But you know what? They guilted him with that Jewish shit.
You're right. I didn't think about that.
I'm telling you, that's what it was. He's like, I really don't practice, but that check is pretty big too.
Yeah.
I forgot Jews got money too. So, look at he knows he don't want to be in this shit. And by the way, Seth Green is fucking horrible in this.
He is.
He's one of the actors who is fucking horrible in this.
I've seen him be horrible more often than not. He might be a smart guy and funny, but usually I see him acting in movies. He's not very good. And he's especially terrible in this. In this,
he is horrible. Horrible. He might you know that you fucked up when the guy that can't even fucking act, who looks like a goddamn moose standing up there, and he's acting better than you. And when you sit next to Bullwinkle, right? And Bullwinkle can emote better than you can. I guess he's Bullwinkle and you something looking like Rocket J Squirrel and shit.
Well, he's about the same height as me.
Yeah, I think Rocket J Squirrel's taller than Seth Green. Come on, y'all. Come on. Anyway, yeah, people. I love this movie. I fucking love it, and I can't wait. I hope we make it a year. So just for this right here, we're gonna have a talk along.
It's gonna be funny on Friday morning because you always get that email from the film rep who says like, "Hey, send us a link to your review."
They know. They fucking know. I mean, thing is, I'm not gonna look dumb trying to act like it's nice because I'm not gonna get that email saying, "Look, you don't have to be nice." Come on, just admit it. You don't like this shit. Don't make me and you look both stupid when trying to talk about this movie. I tell you something though, man, and I probably shouldn't say this while we streaming. I know I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. You know how shitty this movie is, right?
Yes.
Yes. Just wanted to confirm.
Yeah.
So they got that part where Ray Liotta was talking to Bullwinkle over here,
yeah.
And he's like, he's like, "I love you, son," and of course, big old dude like, "Yeah, I love you too, Dad." But the rep, I ain't gonna say his name, but the rep was sitting over there. I heard, and I looked over, and he was,
oh, for real?
I ain't lying.
Oh, I wish I'd known that because when we came out, we were all laughing and talking shit about the movie, and I wrote about 4 paragraphs on how bad the movie was.
You know what? I wrote a lot of shit too.
You did? I've never seen you write that much.
Ooh, boy, I had a lot to say. And at the end of it, I ended it with, "And bitch, stop crying." You know this is some bullshit. That dude, look, I like the guy. Yeah, he don't like me, so fuck it. What am I talking about? You know,
he likes you fine.
But he's sensitive though.
He is sensitive.
I remember that time when episode 1 came out.
I know.
He was crying his ass off. He said, cause we came out, we said, hey man, you all right? He's like, yeah, just knowing that little boy one day is going to be the most evil guy in the universe. I'm like, looked at you, man, like, is he punking us right now? Is this for real? You know, I was like, okay, shit, let me run to the bathroom and get you some tissues or some shit, man. Okay. And now he's crying the identical.
Oh. Gosh.
Thing is,
oh dear.
I saw him crying and I still didn't care. I was like, man, come on. You know this is some bullshit. You said, and I might be wrong. Maybe he was crying because he's like, I gotta sit through this 2 more times.
Yeah, could be allergies.
Yeah. I'm just realizing how shitty this job is sometimes.
I'm rethinking my life.
Yeah. Identical.
Yeah, man. I usually see you write 2 sentences. You were writing a book.
No, I had a lot to say about this. I think I started out like, are you fucking for real? Is this a joke? Looking like 7th grade. Is this a fucking joke here? I really did. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, was this a parody of faith? It's like,
I know, right?
Is this like the Airplane of faith-based films?
Hey guys, we got great reviews. Really? Well, it says our movie was the comedy toast of the season. I mean, it's not really good, but it's positive in its own way. Let's just take it for what it is.
I'm telling you, people. If you get a chance, watch this shit. Watch it. I wouldn't even pay for it, but unless you can, like I said, get drunk with some friends, and be extra funny because you're gonna have those old ladies and them Christian old ladies, looking at you like this. This is not funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is, bitch. Fuck you. Shit.
Yeah, if you go to church, you should talk your church into showing that.
Some 70-year-old Christian woman. Could you please be quiet? Get a dick, bitch. You need to get laid anyway. Shit. Fuck it.
Break open that communion wine.
Yeah. Shit. I'll fuck you if you keep talking. All right. Somebody said, we demanded Corey. Somebody said, I miss co-host because he would have slammed this movie. Yeah, he would have. Well, he wouldn't have been.
What did we just do?
Yeah. Somebody said, do a Oogie Loves and Identical
double feature.
Double feature, yeah.
Oh no, we want to melt your brains.
Yeah, fuck this film, man. Fuck this film. I love it. Double toasted viewing party featuring Identical and Oogie Loves. Make this happen. Somebody said we demanded. Let's see. The rep guy was come on ass.
Oh.
And somebody said if Seth Green had the money, he wouldn't be in this.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe, Anyway, let's go ahead and keep going. All right, man. What do we got next here? Oh, let's see.
There's more. I thought we were just ready for your emails.
Ready for the emails. You know what, Martin? You're right. Let's do
we got to check in on Carlos.
We got to check in on Carlos. Let's do some emails, Martin.
Oh,
wait a minute. Oh, shit. I was ready to do emails, Martin, but then, the music came on and then the title came up. And, you got to get some gold stars, Martin. Oh, Martin, I'm so sorry. I want to get on with the emails, but when the music plays, I gotta do what the music tells me to do.
Sure.
The music is my God, Martin. And I'm very faith-based right now. All right, Martin. The way we're going to play this game here. Damn, shit, you need an exorcist. You need Jesus right now. What the hell was that?
Well, I need the expectorant.
Damn, all right, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Shit, can I get you, a beer, some holy water? All right, man. The way we're going to play this game here. Now, this movie that we just saw is about an Elvis impersonator. Mm-hmm. There have been many movies about Elvis impersonators.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to name an actor. But I'm not going to say the actor's name.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about, because actors are impersonators themselves, if you really think about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to name a couple of characters that these actors might have impersonated.
Okay.
And then you have to guess that actor in the movie they impersonated Elvis in. It is not an easy game, Martin.
I know.
I'll tell you that right now.
I know.
So
I just saw the first clue, and I'm like, shit, I cannot remember any of that.
I saw that. I saw you looking too.
But I wasn't trying to cheat. I was just having to just look around.
I know. No, it was my fault, but I did say shit. You should have seen my fingers over here. Like, cut this shit off real quick. But yes, Martin. Yes. Now I'm gonna give you a minute to get your thoughts together, clear your mind, and then you just tell me when you are ready, Martin.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Martin. Here is our first actor / impersonator. Martin, this person impersonated Robin Hood and a super dad. Martin, this person impersonated Robin Hood and a super dad. Key words, Martin, key words. Think about that.
Oh, yeah. It's Kevin Costner.
Okay. It's Kevin Costner, but what movie did he impersonate Elvis in?
Man, I fucking know, and I can't remember that. I can see it so clearly.
Even if you can give me part of the title.
Was 13 in the title?
I don't know. Was
Killing 13? Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Martin. Martin, come on.
The title's lost to me. It's been too long.
This is the part I dread right here. Oh, I hate that part for you, Martin.
I even without the super dad part, I knew it was Kevin Costner, but I just cannot remember the name
Martin.
of that movie.
3,000 Miles to Graceland.
Oh, right.
When he played the psycho Elvis.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were pulling off a heist, and he played the evil Elvis.
Jumping from planes and all that crazy shit.
Yeah, fuck off, man. Yeah. Evil Elvis.
Yeah.
Kevin Costner. That's one of the roles I did like him in. The movie wasn't that great, but I liked him in the film.
Yeah.
All right, Martin. Let's see what else you can do. I told you, it's not an easy game. It's not. I couldn't make it easy because sometimes you get these games, Martin, where there's no middle ground. If I make it easy, it's going to be too easy.
I know.
If I make it hard, then it's just hard. You know, we have to go with the hard.
Yeah.
All right, Martin.
I get it.
Let's go ahead and do this then, Martin. I think you got this one. This person impersonated Batman and a saint. Now, do you have this?
I think so.
Okay, now let's give the people time out there in Double Toasted Land. The Toasties to figure this out. I'll put the title card back up for you. This person impersonated Batman and a saint. Do you people think you have it, Martin? Go ahead.
It's Val Kilmer.
Yes.
Movie Wild at Heart.
Oh, sorry.
Or was it Wild Heart?
No, that's right. Yeah. You got it. Yeah.
Okay, I was like, wait, why'd you do that?
No. No, you're wrong. No. Okay. You got me confused.
All right.
No. The movie is True Romance.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I always get that confused with Wild at...
I know, you had me confused.
Nicolas Cage, and shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what, Martin? I tell you what. You got half of it, so I'll give you that part right there. Damn, and that's it.
So Wild at Heart, Nicolas Cage goes into the bathroom, and who does he see as Elvis?
I don't know, but it ain't this movie.
Okay, all right.
But maybe, you know what? Maybe that's a part of our trivia later.
Okay.
So keep that in mind.
Okay.
Keep that in mind.
All right.
All right, Martin. Our next one is this person impersonated a wrestling announcer and a demon killer. This person impersonated a wrestling announcer and a demon killer. Now, I'll sit back and just let you think about it. Don't answer if you know it. Don't answer if you know it. Just give the people out there. You think you got it, Martin?
Yeah.
All right. Keywords. That's what I tell you.
Yeah.
For you people out there, before Martin answers, this person impersonated a wrestling announcer and a demon killer. All right. Martin.
Bruce Campbell, movie Bubba Hotep.
Very good, Martin. You are correct. That's right, man. Bubba Hotep. Bruce Campbell, in one of the weirdest Elvis movies out there, not only did he play Elvis, and that's weird enough on his own, but he played Elvis fighting a mummy or something, and he did it with a black JFK, played by
Ozzie Davis.
Ozzie Davis. There you go. I knew you'd get that one, Martin. I knew you'd get that one, man. I'm so proud of you. All right. I wish I had that music. All right. We're almost done here, Martin.
All right.
We got two more. Let's see what we have right here for you. Okay, Martin, this is a hard one. This person impersonated a little Elvis. He also has the last name as a planet. He's also a singer. For the people out there, I'll give it to you one more time because Martin, he's thinking about this.
Okay.
Doesn't have it. Think about this now, people. This person impersonated an Elvis, a little Elvis, has the same last name as a planet, and he's also a singer, mainly a singer.
Okay. Can I answer now?
I don't think you're gonna get the movie if you have the person. No, I'll take that. I'll take that. All right, people. You think Martin has it? Let's see. Martin, what is it?
Bruno Mars?
You got that part? Do you know the movie, Martin? You know the movie?
Rio 2? I don't. I didn't even know he made movies.
You know what? He not only did he make movies. Now, if you look at this, Bruno Mars could probably be Elvis himself right now. Look at that pompadour right there.
He's got the pompadour.
Yeah, but
And the talent for sure.
at 6, he played a little Elvis.
Where?
Fuck, what was that movie? You know what? Hold on, Mark. Let me check because I got it. I got it. Hold on. Let me get it. Let me pull it up. Oh, Honeymoon in Vegas is where he played a little Elvis. That's
Really?
That's little Mars, man.
Oh, wow.
He was just a little asteroid. He was not full planet yet.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, baby.
Oh, that's so funny.
Right on.
That
man.
little kid would become a big superstar.
That's right, man. 6 years old. Have more talent in my little finger than you got in your whole body, Martin.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, baby. He's like, quit acting stupid, Corey. All right. Get on with this shit. We got one more, Martin.
All right.
We got one more. This one you should be able to get.
All right.
All right. Martin. This person impersonated a guy saving the president in a prison as big as a city. And he also impersonated Elvis. Martin, hold on. Let me get my tension music out here. Don't say anything yet. Got to add the suspense. This person impersonated a guy saving the president in a prison as big as a city. And he impersonated Elvis.
Well, I assume that they all impersonated Elvis in each one of these questions. But,
This is okay.
the person is Kurt Russell.
Okay, you got that. You
Yeah.
got that.
And he did the Elvis biopic that I believe was on a TV.
That's where he impersonated Elvis in that TV movie.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give you that, but there's a bonus answer I'm looking for. You win a small prize, but go for the big prize here.
I suppose he was the one thing Wild at Heart.
Oh, Martin, I'm so sorry. But you know what? You also get a little bit of the... No, that's all I give you right there. The answer... This was a trick question.
Okay.
Because the answer that I was looking for... Actually, no, Martin. You got it wrong.
Okay.
You got it wrong. And let me explain to you why.
Yeah, tell me.
Because in the TV movie, he played Elvis.
Right.
Not an Elvis impersonator.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
But he did play an Elvis impersonator in 3,000 Miles to Graceland.
Come on, man. Hey, man. That's some bullshit.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm sorry. I told you it was a trick question. So just testing your knowledge right there. Even they looking at me like, man, you know that's wrong, man. That's bullshit, man. All right, Martin. Well, you know what? You got 1.5 right there. That's not bad. This was a hard game. To walk away with 1 is good.
Yeah.
Hold your head up high, Martin.
All right.
Hold your head up high. I believe the children are... Let me sing that. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well in the ghetto. The ghetto.
I'm tired of being somebody I'm not.